couple of days ago, I asked you all if there was a Sonic character you wanted me to analyze next, and the responses were pretty good. I definitely plan to use some of the suggested characters for a video in the future. The responses range from characters like Mephiles the Dark, who I've actually done a video on already, to characters from the Sonic Underground TV show. You guys had a lot of great ideas, but there was one response that, for lack of a better word, threw me off. It was one that I thought I may do eventually, but I kind of lacked the desire and interest at that time. That said, this character was on my mind, and it seems to me that it was also on the minds of you all as well. This character was none other than Ugly Sonic from the movie Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. It's crazy to me because I would have never thought I would be speaking about the contents of this film. When it was announced, I planned to watch it, but when word got out the original Sonic movie design was in it, well, I knew I had to truly observe it. If you couldn't tell from the trailers alone or didn't even care to give them your time, this movie has lots of cameos from other fictional characters from cartoon worlds and other worlds in general. Ugly Sonic is just one of the many that makes an appearance, but to my surprise, he played a much bigger role than I ever could have anticipated. I'm not going to give away the events of this movie in case you don't want to be spoiled, but I am going to say you should expect some mild spoilers throughout this video, so I guess now is a good time to say you should probably watch the movie if you haven't already. Anyway, Ugly Sonic is featured quite a bit and plays a big role during the final events of the film, so much so that it led me to ask myself the question, how well does Ugly Sonic stack up to the other Sonics that we know and love? How good of a portrayal is Ugly Sonic? Well, let's not waste any more time in our analysis here. Ugly Sonic is a character who, as we can tell, has been through a lot. Since the days of being bullied and burned by the internet, he found himself lost and in ruin. However, that is a side we don't truly get to see from him as the events of Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers unfolds. Instead, I would argue we'd see a more optimistic side of him, one that looks towards the future and takes stride in every step. He's even got a new TV show on the horizon, Ugly Sonic, Uglier Crimes. From what we can tell, he seems to have a lot more confidence in who he is instead of trying to be what others want him to be. This is made clear in multiple ways. Firstly, he says he will be right beside Dale in making a big comeback and getting praise for his new steps in the right direction. Another thing that is basically impossible to ignore is these several different posters and headshots behind him. In these photos, he's striking all kinds of interesting poses, and even if most people don't see him as the most photogenic, he again takes it in stride. He flaunts not only his face, but even the fact that the name Ugly Sonic is one that he has naturally accepted. He titles his booth the one and only Ugly Sonic, and throughout the film, he loudly and proudly calls himself as such. There's a scene that has Ugly Sonic sign an autograph for two people, and they proceed to laugh at him, and Ugly Sonic replies that he can't be hurt because he is in on the joke, rather than being the joke. Hopefully with all the evidence I've provided, you can see that Ugly Sonic is a confident character. Sure, he has been through a lot. I mean, he got completely bullied out of a starring role and was given the name Ugly Sonic, but he took all of that and turned it into a positive thing. You may not like this design, but you gotta like his positive attitude and willingness to stay determined. The second scene Ugly Sonic is featured in begins with him laughing at the misfortune of Chip since his ear has become a Snoopy ear. Then, we learn something that separates Ugly Sonic and our current movie Sonic, and that's the fact that Ugly Sonic lacks the care for speed. This is made evident when we hear him say, "Oh, you want me to go fast? That's Sonic's thing. Ugly Sonic goes slow, baby." This is just lovely. Later on, he even shows a desire to assist Chip and Dale on their quest to save their friend and other cartoon characters who have been kidnapped, which is something that actually makes him similar to Sonic. Generally speaking, Sonic is a character who never denies the opportunity to lend a friend a hand, and will almost jump at the chance to. Sonic is a character who believes in doing the right thing. While Ugly Sonic obviously doesn't take matters into his own hands in the way Sonic would, it's easy to see that this is a character who wants to help when he can. In the final scene featuring Ugly Sonic, he shows up with the help of the FBI to help Chip and Dale, as he said he would earlier in the movie. I noticed that throughout the film, Ugly Sonic also has this desire to prove his naysayers wrong. When it came to Dale not believing that he had his own show with the FBI, he shouted at him saying that the truth will be revealed and that he shall soon see. And towards the end, where he manages to save Chip and Dale, he gets to say this big "I told you so." This humanizes Ugly Sonic and makes him more relatable than you may realize. I'm sure we all had moments where we wanted to have the last word and prove everyone wrong, and that's exactly what Ugly Sonic is trying to do in this sense. Now this is a small side note, but I find it kind of amusing that Ugly Sonic is riding in a helicopter as opposed to the Sonic we know jumping out of them. But I think that just goes to show that I don't believe that Ugly Sonic wants to be compared to Sonic. Ugly Sonic to me comes off as a character who wants to be known for who he is and not what he could have been, or was supposed to be. This is a character who dealt with self-esteem issues, and in order to rise above that, he decided that he is going to be who he wants to be. And if that lines up similarly to how the Sonic we know is portrayed, then so be it. But for him, the most important thing is living in his own skin, or fur, or whatever this is. But that's the way I see this character. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think of Ugly Sonic? Do you love him, hate him, wish you never saw him again? Let me know down below. I'd love to see what you all have to say. And while you're at it, I would also really appreciate it if you guys left me a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, turning on that post notifications bell as well. You guys do not want to miss what I have to say in upcoming videos. Anyways, now is a great time to shout out my legendary channel members. Thank you all so very much for supporting me and my channel and creating the best possible content that I can create. I praise the Lord for y'all every single day, because making content like this would not be possible without your undying support and motivation. Thank you again so much. If you're interested in becoming a member of my channel, there will be a link in the description down below. But if you want to support me through other means, I have a merch store where you can get Sonicsta t-shirts, mugs, hats, you name it, you better believe I have it. The link will also be in the description for that as well. But anyway, thank you all again so much for watching. This is Sonicsta signing out. Have a super blessed day, y'all.
Why are you playing that trash?